everyone, Gina here, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So today we're gonna sit down and just have a little chat. So I am a big advocate of taking care of your mental health. So I know that I cannot be the only person that struggles with mental health, especially during the winter season. So right off the bat, I know that YouTube is gonna flag this video because anytime anyone talks about mental health here on YouTube, it automatically gets flagged to where you are not able to monetize the video, which I am not sharing this with you guys to make a cent. I'm sharing this with you guys to hopefully help one of you guys out. If you're not subscribed to my channel, why don't you go ahead and click that red subscribe button below so that you're notified every single time I post a video. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop into it. I do struggle with depression. I also am diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So my moods will go up and down. It just depends on the situation. Sometimes it depends on the day, and sometimes it's just completely random and I just don't have control over it sometimes. But something that I've found that has been a trend with me for years is after Christmas time, for whatever reason, after the holidays, I always get into a really bad slump in terms of my mental health. So it's a pattern I've noticed. It's a pattern my husband has noticed. So I thought I would go ahead and hop on camera today and share with you guys some ways that I am helping combat that like seasonal depression. I know that some people in different areas, like it's very gloomy most of the time. It's gray skies, a lot of cold days where the sun doesn't come out. And I'm pretty sure that that probably plays an effect also. So I thought I would just share with you guys some things that have helped me cope this past month, because I've gone through the whole month of January and you guys, like, I just haven't been myself, and it's really important, I feel, to talk about it because not enough people talk about it here on YouTube, I feel. So we're going to talk about the thing. So number one, what I want you guys to do is if you're watching this video and you're all triggered by this, or it gives you like negative feelings, definitely click out of this video, because I do not want to trigger anyone when I'm talking about being depressed or talking about different mental health things. I definitely never want to trigger anyone. And also, if you're having similar feelings or situations like myself, make sure you reach out to your doctor so that you can talk about it. I feel like talking with something like this with your doctor is so crucial and so important to your overall health. So if you're at all feeling any way similar to how I'm feeling, then definitely reach out to a doctor, reach out to a counselor. If you're going to a college, reach out to your health department over at your local college. I know that they have people that can help you guys as well. So when I say I'm going through like seasonal depression, I'll just kind of give you an idea of like how I feel when I'm going through these times. A lot of times I'm very disengaged with people. I don't reach out to people. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to hang out with people. I pretty much just want to be left alone. I feel very isolated, but that I bring that upon myself because I choose to be isolated. I also find that I lose joy in things that I once enjoyed doing. So a big one for me is couponing. A lot of times I will just not want to get myself out to the stores. I won't want to post videos. I won't want to film. I won't want to do things that I normally enjoy doing. I won't want to watch shows I'm looking forward to watching, like The Bachelor is something that I religiously watch, and the past few weeks I've just kind of been whatever about it. And that's not like me because I love The Bachelor. Also, I'm very like easily agitated. So things that normally wouldn't annoy me to the point where I get super angry. Also, I find that I sleep a lot. So when I say I sleep a lot, I'm talking about like I could go to bed at 7 and like wake up at 7, but I still feel tired. So that constant feeling of feeling sluggish and just tired and feeling like not wanting to do anything, staying in bed all day, binge watching shows, like that's what I mean. So those are just a few of the symptoms that I have when I know that I'm going through this kind of slump. So some things that have helped me this past month, I'm going to share with you guys how I've kind of combated some of these feelings and how I've kind of got myself into a better center, if that makes any sense. So number one, something that hands down makes me feel better every single time I do it is exercise. getting myself outside in the vitamin D. I am so blessed to live in Southern California, so it's sunny like all the time. So being able to get outside, go for a run, boost those endorphins and get the sun shining on me, it really does help me. And I'm able to feel a lot better about myself when I am outside and running and being active and not in that perpetual state of staying on the couch or laying in bed and just being lazy and not moving my body. So definitely getting out, exercising, moving my body. I've been doing different spin classes lately. I've signed up for ClassPass, which is a really cool membership to where you sign up for classes in your area, but you don't have to commit to one studio. So you basically just sign up for one class each time. So you don't have to have like a long-term commitment anywhere. And I actually did a free trial. So if you guys are at all interested in it, you get 19 free credits. So I'll have a link below if you guys want to check it out. But I recently tried spinning and I absolutely love it because it's a different form of cardio. I was able to get myself out, meet new people, try new things. So that was definitely helpful. I'm a runner, so I'll run anywhere between 2 to 3 miles every single time I'm out running. And I try to do that 4 times a week. So definitely getting those natural endorphins is definitely something that is really important. And then to piggyback off of that, eating well. So making sure I'm eating whole foods. We're talking fruits and vegetables and grains and proteins, and having just a well-balanced diet is something that really helps me through these times, because when I'm nourishing my body through food, through good food, then I'm able to feel a lot better. So if I'm, on a couch and eating chips and cookies and sweets and pizza and heavy stuff, like naturally I'm gonna feel like crap. So if I'm combining that with not exercising, not moving my body, and eating a bunch of junk, naturally I'm gonna feel like crap. So definitely taking care of my body in terms of exercising and eating well is something that definitely helps. So something else that helps is actually getting myself like ready for the day, even if I'm not even going anywhere. Because I've noticed this past month, I've had periods to where, I'm not washing my hair for like 4 to 5 days. I know it sounds disgusting, but that's honestly, like, I'm sitting here and honestly telling you guys like what I've been doing, how I've been feeling. And that's been something I've been doing, to where I haven't been washing my hair for 4 to 5 days at a time. I'll sleep to the last possible minute and I run out the door and drop Scarlett off, and I'm still in my pajamas. And sometimes I'm not even wearing underwear. Like, it's crazy how ridiculous I've let myself go when I get into these like periods. And I'll go into the grocery store like that. I'll go into coffee shops like that. And I like not taking any like effort in my outer appearance. Is really bad for me when I'm in those moods. So actually putting a little bit of makeup on, brushing my hair, changing my clothes, not wearing my Ugg slippers all over the place, like that's been like my go-to footwear, but actually putting like real shoes on and getting myself decently ready has definitely helped. Because if I am looking like a hot mess on the outside, naturally I'm probably gonna feel like that on the inside. So when I take a little bit of time to do that, then it's definitely helpful. Something else that has really helped me is having a close-knit circle of friends to where I can lean on when I need them. So designer Jen, she is an amazing friend to me, and she reaches out so much. I need to reach out more, but it's just one of those things where I've just been so disengaged with people that I just haven't wanted to reach out. But she is so amazing, and I literally get a text message from her every single day, and I appreciate her so much. So now that I'm starting to feel a little bit better, I need to be a better friend to her, and I need to reach out to her too, because she's going through some stuff with like her basement and stuff, and I need to be a better friend in reaching out and actually engaging with her on that end. But also Jen understands like what I go through, because she's dealt with depression. Ashley from Ash Loves Coupons, or Ash Loves Life, she is also a really close friend of mine, to where I can reach out to her and let her know how I'm feeling, because she understands. But also something that is really important is also having friends you can turn to that don't necessarily struggle with mental health. I'm sure everyone struggles to some degree, but people who are not in more, I guess, like, I wouldn't say desperate like needs, but people who struggle with it more, I think having some friends you can turn to for you just to kind of like vent a little bit is helpful. because sometimes what I find is when I'm venting to Brittany, my best friend, we've been best friends since the 3rd grade, when I reach out to her and tell her how I'm feeling, sometimes me just letting her know how I feel and then me listening to myself talk is all I need to kind of snap myself out of it and be like, Gina, like, what the heck are you talking about? This sounds ridiculous. So sometimes having a friend that is completely like off the spectrum in terms of having any like mental health struggles is really important. And also reaching out to someone who you don't live with, because I think it's a lot different. The relationship I have with Chris versus the relationship I have with, say, my best friend Brittany or even Nicole Burgess. Like, I'm not married to Brittany or Nicole, but I'm married to Chris. So there is a different level of degree in terms of talking with Chris versus talking with some of my girlfriends. So I think having a support system outside of someone you actually live with is healthy as well. So I think that that's also really important in terms of finding your people that you're turning to in terms of venting. So having a close-knit group of friends to where you can turn to for support and to vent or even get some like sense snapped into you is always really helpful and obviously encouraging as well. Knowing that you have a safe space that you can turn to, and that is really helpful. Something else that I would really encourage now that we're talking about like talking about it is definitely consider going to like a talk therapy group, going to a counselor, going to a therapist, going to a psychiatrist, whatever it is, because you'd be surprised when you are in an environment to where you're talking like one-on-one to a therapist, one-on-one and a counselor, you'd be surprised of some things that you hold on to. Now, some people may think like time heals all wounds, but really that's not the case. Honestly, when you are letting time pass and you're holding on to hurts and hangups in your life, things that have hurt you, it's actually really detrimental to your life, because it's just like, it's cancer. It's like emotional cancer when you're holding on to things that are emotionally damaging to you and you just hold it in and bottle it in. It's very cancerous to your day-to-day life. So having, a time to where you can just sit and talk about the things that you're struggling with, sit and talk about the things that are upsetting you, I find is really helpful and really healthy. And another way that you can do that is, if you don't want to go to like a one-on-one counselor, is taking like a daily inventory of how you're feeling, why you're feeling a certain way, something you did right that day, something you did wrong that day. Did you upset anyone? Did you offend anyone? Is there anyone you need to like give an apology to? Write down what you want to do the following week to make the week a little bit better, because every single day, you wake up, there's a new day, it's a new clean slate. Like, just because you've had a bad day one day doesn't mean the next day needs to be that. So taking a personal inventory, journaling your feelings. If you don't want to talk to a counselor, that's always a good thing to consider doing as well. I do take medication for my depression. I do take medication for my moods, but medication is not the 100% fix it all. Like, you have to do the work too. You need to put the work in with yourself as well. The medication alone is not going to get you to where you need to be. You as an individual, you're the one who's going to get yourself into a better headspace. You're the one who's going to get yourself into a better attitude. You are the one that is in control of your life. So stop being, powerless to your feelings and start taking accountability and just getting the thing done. So I hope you guys have found this video helpful and encouraging, and if not, that's fine too. But I've really been, going through some hard times, and my struggle and my journey, my story is completely different than someone else's, but you'd be surprised like how many people are struggling. If you just look in, a grocery store line or even your cashier, like, you have no clue what other people are going through. And I just learned so much being in the recovery group that I'm in for my eating disorder. It is just amazing to look around the room at people who just look like regular average people, and they are hurting, like big time hurting. So it's just has completely changed my life in terms of like how I see people, how I view myself. And I just really hope that you guys found this video helpful, and just know that, when I put myself on camera sharing with you guys the deals of Target, like, yeah, I'm super excited to do it, but there's always much more behind the camera than you may know. So I've definitely been going through a lot of like weird phases in my YouTube journey this past year. I've been very stuck in a creative rut. I'm just not sure like what I want to do with the future of my channel, what content I want to put out there. I even had made like a second channel because I was unsure of, you know, if people wanted to see my weight loss journey, if people wanted to see my sobriety journey. Like I wasn't sure if people wanted to see that. And I got so wrapped up in like what Social Blade had to say, what Morning Fame had to say, and I really just like I lost the passion that I had in creating videos. And something that has really helped is actually going through some of my old videos and seeing like the excitement and the spark and the love I had. So I did start that second channel, but I'm thinking, you know, I think the right thing to do is to continue to just post my content here on my main channel. And if people don't like it, then people don't like it. So I think that something that I really need to do is just get back to Gina. And I'm starting to slowly get there. So I was able to post some CVS content, some Walgreens content, and that's what we're going to be focusing on this year, is really making this year a year to focus on me, to focus on bettering myself, to focus on my family. And that's what I'm doing this year, is just focusing on myself to where I'm able to be a better wife and mom, because that is my number one priority in my life right now, is making sure that I am okay so that I can give all I can to my family. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day with whatever you're doing. If you know someone in your life who's maybe struggling with depression or just needs some encouragement, feel free to share this video with them, because I've just learned that I am not ashamed to talk about this, because it is so relevant in today's world. So many people struggle with mental health, and I just feel like it's not talked about enough. So I'm hoping that as the years go on and the stigma against mental health kind of goes away, the negative stigma of it, that it's something that can be talked about a little bit more, to where it's not like a negative thing to talk about. So if you guys at all have any questions for me, you want to reach out, email. I did open up my Instagram again. I'm slowly going through my Instagram, like deleting all of like personal things, like photos of my family, my kids and stuff. Like I just want to get that off, but I have to do it in like batches of 200. So I'm literally going through all of that, because I just want to create my Instagram page for just like YouTube stuff. And I really don't want to be putting like my family's like intimate moments out there. So that's definitely something that's not going to be happening. But if you guys want to direct message me there over on Instagram, then I would be happy to engage with you guys there as well. My handle will be below if you want to go and take a follow. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.